Hey guys, before we proceed, I just wanted to tell you that this video was shot 2 weeks ago when the official stable One UI 8 was still not released for the S24 Ultra. However, now the S24 Ultra's One UI 8 official version has been released, and I have made a separate short about the top 8 features on the One UI 8 for the S24 Ultra as well. You can check it out from the I button and also the link in the description. One thing to note is most of the points that I have told in this video remain the same even on the One UI 8 version as well. So sit back, relax, it's going to be a long video, have your popcorns ready and enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today in this very important video I'm going to tell you the top things that I do whenever I buy any new smartphone. In this case, I'm going to be switching over from my Nothing Phone 2 to the Galaxy S24 Ultra. You might have seen my first video on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and also I'll be putting up a few shorts regarding the case and other things. And while I'm switching up and setting up this new device, what are a few things that I usually follow in order to set up a phone in a very organized and a neat way? Some basic settings and basic tips and tricks in order to make the best out of your new smartphone. So the first things first, what I did is I just backed up all the data from my old device. So WhatsApp and everything is backed up. Now it's time to switch over to the new phone. I'll just add my Google account and the SIM card, and I'll just be back in a minute. The step 0 is basically putting the SIM card and Google account from your old device to the new device. That's what I did just now. Actually, the step 1 or the first thing that I usually do after buying any new device is to get a simple tempered glass on the device. This device is actually having that matte screen or a screen which has anti-reflective coating, right? But the important thing is this is an expensive phone, and if it falls, it is glass and there are high chances that it breaks. So I don't want to take any risks, hence went ahead and installed a simple basic tempered glass on this device from a local store. And also I have bought this Spygen's Ultra Hybrid back case for my device. This back case that I have opted for is actually the Spygen 01 edition. It costed me close to 2000 rupees, and I have put the link for this back case in the description as well. It looks pretty cool, and you know, it has all these internal components that has been imprinted on the back of the case, and it looks actually very cool, and it is also very good for the overall protection of the device. And as I said, the tempered glass also has been installed. And the step 2 is a pretty simple process. I use an app called SMS Backup and Restore in order to move all the SMS and the call logs from my old device to the new device. Whenever I switch to a new device, I use this app itself. It's actually pretty simple. It's a pretty simple process, guys. I have done a dedicated video on how that SMS backup and restore works. I transfer all my call logs, which is very important for me, and my SMSs to my new device, right? It's actually a 5-minute process. If the direct transfer doesn't work, there is also an option to back up manually from your old device and send it via Bluetooth. That XML file you can share from your old device to the new device. There will be 2 XML files that will be created. One is your calls.xml and another one is your messages.xml, right? Both of those files you can send to your new device, and then you can restore. This is the step 2 that I do after buying any new device. The third thing that I usually do is to basically set up this home screen as per my preference, right? So what I usually do, as I have done on my previous devices as well, is to have a date widget and a Google search bar widget on the top. So let's go ahead and remove this one. I usually use a date and weather widget. Okay, while I'm setting up this home screen, I also want to tell you guys one thing. As you can see on my old device, I usually keep small sized icons, but this is a very big sized icon. So I usually go ahead and reduce the icon size within the settings over here. App size, as you can see, I would like to keep the app size to the lowest. It looks neat and clean in my preference. And home screen layout, I like 5x6, right? And also let's go ahead and go to the settings again, and app screen grid is also to be 5x6 for me. As part of this process, what I also usually do is install all the apps that is present. I have some custom apps that I would have installed from the Play Store. There are certain set of apps that I usually use on a daily basis that I would like to do. All those apps I would go ahead and install, and then let's meet in a couple of minutes. So guys, I have already completed setting up my home screen as per my preference. As you can see, the icons and everything has been organized how I like. Music and ChatGPT widget over here, everything has been organized as per my preference. And also I've gone ahead and installed all the apps from my previous device to here, so that I can seamlessly make the switch and start using this device as my primary device. On this device, have all my recently clicked photos on this old device to the new device. I used this app called Samsung Switch, which Samsung itself recommends. So Samsung Switch app has to be present on both the devices. On my previous device as well, I've opened the Samsung Switch application. As you can see, it is on the Nothing phone, and I just scanned this QR code connecting to data transfer. It is a wireless mode of data transfer over here. In order to have a fast working smartphone, a fresh new smartphone, don't transfer everything, just transfer the most important photos and videos. And if wireless mode fails for some reason, wired mode also works perfectly. The next thing that I would like to do is to adjust all the customization options that is present on the home screen and also on the lock screen. Okay, let's long press on the home screen. One is the wallpaper and style. Okay, in the wallpaper and style, there are wallpaper options that is available. What I did is I just went to this colors and light wallpaper so that it looks good on the video as well. Now I have set a simple light wallpaper so that it looks nice and bright on the video. But I am someone who usually prefers a dark wallpaper. Now that wallpaper is out of the way, wallpaper and style options present, color palette is present over here. We can turn on the color palette actually. When you turn on the color palette, whatever the wallpaper that you have put, it actually applies to all the themes of the basic settings app, quick settings toggle, the notification bar, the default system apps, and so on and so forth. These are the different colors that is available. Let's click on apply. The color palette has been applied overall. There are themes option that is present over here. You can actually install a few themes, free themes as well. There are some paid themes as well. And when you go to the themes options, there is also this icons pack that is present over there. As you can see, there are so many icons. As you can see, these are all free app icons. Now, next thing is basically the widgets, right? There are a lot of widget options that is present over here, and so many other widgets are present over here, which is specific to the different applications that you have installed on your device. As of now, I'm only using two. One is the ChatGPT widget and the other one is this Google Music widget, right? These are the two different widgets that I'm using. Next thing is basically to go to the settings over here. I decrease the app icon size, right? I want to have the small sized icons. I don't want widget labels. Let's have app labels. Okay. Home screen layout we have adjusted. Home screen grid we have adjusted. App screen grid we have adjusted. And folder grid I want it to be 4x4 actually. When you have 4x4, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4 apps over there. Okay. This is the folder grid. When you arrange the apps, you can have up to 4 apps in one row. Okay. As you can see, this is have 1, 2, 3, 4 apps. Add media page to home screen. So media page to home screen is basically when you swipe right on the home screen. This is our Google Discover feed. I want to use Google Discover feed, right? Instead of that Samsung News, I would like to keep the Google Discover feed. Okay. There is also that Samsung News, but I don't want that apps screen button on the home screen. Okay. When you click on that, there is an option called apps. Okay. But we don't need to do that. App icon badgets, there is an option called app icon badget. Swipe down for notification panel. Swipe down for notification panel. Rotate for landscape about home screen. Okay. Let's go to lock screen related settings, right? Let's long press on the lock screen. Go to the settings and go to the lock screen and see what are the different lock screen options that is present. So these are the lock screen options that is present. Pattern and fingerprint. Okay. Let me add another fingerprint. Okay. Okay, 3 fingerprints have been added. Now let's go ahead and register our face. Okay, face registration has been added over there. There is an always on display options. In the always on display, show lock screen wallpaper, erase background, show now bar. You can always set the always on display to show always. There is options of always on display. This is how it looks, the always on display. Okay, there is a now bar that is present, that will be present over bottom. Samsung Health, interpreter clock, voice recorder, Samsung Notes, emergency sharing. These are the options that is present in the now bar. Touch and hold to edit, roaming clock, show transition effect, edit lock screen. Contact information would be Abhay S24 Ultra, right? It comes over there, Abhay S24 Ultra. Okay, the next thing that I would like to do is to adjust the notification shade and the quick settings toggle. Okay, so this is the notification shade when you swipe, and when you swipe from the top right corner, these are the quick settings toggle. I would like to adjust the quick settings toggle. When you go over here, it will always show the notifications, but when you slide from the right top corner, it will show the quick settings toggle. But if you go to the pencil icon over here, go to the panel settings, click on together, what happens is whenever you do this, you will get the notifications and the quick settings toggle, right? First swipe, notifications, second swipe, you will get the quick settings toggle. We are set with the notification toggle and the quick settings panel. The next thing that I would like to do actually on my new device is to edit the display settings. We have our display. Okay, in the display, I would like to keep the dark mode settings as scheduled. Okay, customize schedule, right? Entire device will be automatically turned to dark mode when it is 6 p.m. in the evening, right? So that is the settings. Then adaptive brightness or auto brightness. Motion smoothness is 120 Hz refresh rate, or the refresh rate settings. This is if you want to set 60 Hz or 120 Hz. Obviously I want 120 Hz. Let's keep that. Eye comfort shield, screen will become yellow. Screen mode, natural is a little bit toned down, vivid looks a little bit bright. Font size and style. Font style, there are Samsung One default, Roboto and different fonts present. I would like to keep it in the default font. Next, what I would like to do is decrease the font size, guys. Okay, I would like to have a very small font size because a lot of information will fit in there. Let's go to the screen zoom option. I would like to keep it at the lowest again. Screen timeout, I would like to keep it for 2 minutes. I think edge panel, this is the edge panel, guys. Let me set some important things that I would like to do on a regular basis on the edge panel. I select drawing assist and interpreter. I think Truecaller and Google Pay are the two important things that would fit well in this edge panel. Navigation bar is basically this one. You can use swipe gestures or you can use buttons. I would rather have buttons. Okay, I would want to have buttons. Okay, in the more options, back is here. Circle to search option is there. Touch sensitivity is something that is very important because when you have a tempered glass on your phone installed, you would need to actually turn on this touch sensitivity. Your device might not recognize your fingerprint and some other issues like that might happen. In my case, I have a tempered glass installed, hence turned on the touch sensitivity option. Okay, screen resolution. I would want to have Quad HD. Let me keep it at Quad HD because when you have the facility, might as well use it, right? The next important thing that I would like to do on my device, use the developer options to speed up the animations a bit. In the software information panel, click on build number for 7 times. The developer options would have been enabled. In the developer options below, there will be an option called window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. Actually decrease everything to 0.5x. The animations will be fastened a bit and the device feels a little bit more faster in your overall usage experience. Hey guys, Editor Abhay here. While I was editing the video, one thing that I noticed is when you turn on this developer options, some of the banking applications like ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank actually gives a warning that you can't use these applications. I have experienced in a couple of financial apps and couple of banking apps as well. So just giving you a disclaimer, in such cases, there is also an option inside the accessibility settings called reduced animations. You can use that feature and have a little bit faster usage experience. Also, one more thing is when you reduce the animation, some of the opening of apps or something kind of looks weird. If you're okay with that, you can go ahead and turn on that as well. The next important thing that I would like to do after buying this device is the camera settings, right? So when you go to the camera, in the photo settings, you have 12, 50, 200, and then you have your portrait options over here, video options over there, and more. You have your expert raw. When you click on expert raw, it will actually download the expert raw from your Samsung Galaxy App Store. So it's around 570 MB. When you just move it like this, you have your camera front and back switcher. Okay, so that's actually a cool option. When you slide, you have your video, you have your more video, and a lot of other options are present. And when you want to shoot a video and change the resolution, this is the top bar where you can change the resolution and stuff. And you click on this one, there is this setting gear icon, right? These are different options that is present. Flash, your timer, your aspect ratio, motion photo, you have your exposures. But when you go to settings over here, these are the different camera settings, right? So let's go to swipe shutter button. When you click on swipe shutter button, it will take a burst shot. But I would like to keep it at to GIF. I would rarely look at burst photos, guys. So that's why I would like to have a little piece of creating a GIF. Okay, let's try to keep a watermark. It looks good on the left hand side, right? Save selfies are previewed. Advanced video stabilization options, high bitrate videos. Yes, let me turn on HDR10 plus. Okay, allow audio playback while you record, allow music or other audio to play while you record. It's actually a very cool option, right? Log options are present, composition guide, grid lines, location tag, let it be, show palm option is present, vibration feedback, permissions. These are the different settings. Okay, these are different settings that is present for our camera, which I would like to use. And what is the next thing that I would like to do is basically with the keyboard. Let's change the default keyboard to Google keyboard. Okay, I actually like to use the Google keyboard as the default option. Let's use Gboard, and default keyboard should be Gboard for me. And in the Google keyboard, when you click on this one, there are these settings for Google keyboard, right? Preferences, I want a number row. Theme for the keyboard I would like to have is the dark theme. Glide typing is turned on, voice typing is turned on, clipboard should be turned on, save recent screenshots in clipboard also should be turned on. Languages, okay, let me add another language of my choice. Okay, and English to Kannada should be there. We have the Google keyboard set as our default keyboard. If you want to use the power button for the restart of the phone or something, there is an option to do it. You click on this one and go to side button settings over here. Long press on the side button can be changed over here. The next thing is actually the status bar. Let's go to status bar. Status bar settings is present over here. It should be icons, none, show battery settings. App icons can be present over here. If you want just dots, you can also have that. App notification, you can choose which are the apps which will give the notifications, but if you don't want notifications from certain apps, you can turn that off as well. Lock screen notification, show content or hide content. Show content when unlocked. Sound and vibration settings, right? I would usually not have the phone on sound mode at all. My phone is always on vibration mode. Vibrate while ringing option is also present. Ringtone options are present over here. I would like to go with the tap vibration over here for calls. Dialing keypad, Samsung, charging, navigation gestures, vibration intensity, call notification, and media is set to high. Okay, these are the different vibration related settings. Sound quality and effects over here. There is an option called Dolby Atmos. Let's turn on Dolby Atmos. There is auto as well. So while I was actually going through the sound and vibration settings, I went down. There is an option called sound quality and effects. Sound adaptation over here. If you see sound adaptation, it will actually ask you age group, right? If you are above 60, it will boost all the frequencies. It will make sure that you don't miss out on any calls. You can actually set these options in order to make sure that you enjoy the best sounding experience for your age group. So that's actually a pretty good feature. Basically, these are the different sound and vibration settings that I would like to do. The next important thing that I usually do on any device is actually uninstall all the unnecessary applications which come by default, right? I don't use Outlook, Microsoft 365 Copilot, I don't want it. I use Google Chrome as my default browser, hence I don't need Samsung internet. So let me uninstall this app. Okay, Smart Tutor, let me uninstall that Smart Tutor. Bixby, there is no option to uninstall. However, you can actually disable this app. If you go and click on disable, you can actually disable this app. Let me uninstall this Global Goals app. You can't uninstall this My Galaxy app. Samsung News, I don't like Samsung News. I usually go through Google News. Next important thing that I would like to do on my device is to turn on the autofill service. Okay, in the Google, there is an option called autofill with Google. Preferred service is Google. Autofill service automatically enters the passwords on your apps and browser without you having to manually enter them. The next important thing that I would like to do is actually go to the screen recorder, do the screen recorder settings. So as you can see, this is the screenshots and screen recording related settings. Show toolbar after capturing, okay, screenshot. Delete after sharing, no. Hide status and navigation bars, that is okay. Save original screenshot, format should be JPEG or PNG. Record sound is media and mic. Video quality can be high. Selfie video size, it can be this medium. Show taps and touches, okay. So these are the different options for screenshots and screen recording. The next important thing that I would like to set is basically the gestures, right? Motions and gestures. When you go to motions and gestures, when you go to settings, when you scroll down, there is an option called advanced feature. Within the labs, so there is an option called multi-window for all apps. So you can actually switch that on if you needed. There are S Pen related features, right? Air actions is there. Motions and gestures. Lift to wake option, that is there. Double tap to turn off screen, double tap to turn on screen, okay. Okay, you can actually turn on the brightness when you're viewing the videos. Let's go to the battery settings over there. Background usage limits, deep sleeping apps, battery protection, charging settings is there. Fast charging, fast wireless charging, wireless power sharing. Actually enable the wireless power sharing like this, and device will start charging. Auto dim screen, show battery percentage, battery information. Since it's a Samsung Galaxy device, the number of features and the things that you can do is actually unlimited. For example, this AI related features that is present with call assist, photo assist, removing the, background and other things you can explore. And also there are few things related to Samsung DeX, Android Auto, automatically connecting to Samsung related devices such as buds or something when you bring it near to your Samsung device. Kind of settings are also present under this connected devices. And DeX, you can actually use your Samsung phone as a full-fledged computer, which is actually a fantastic thing, which requires a dedicated video. If you guys like it, I can make it as well. And also a few more important things are there. When I'm in a car, I can use this Android Auto related settings. There is a smart things that is present which you can use with your device, and also enhanced data protection is present with the help of that Knox security which Samsung actually offers bundled with their devices. More security settings, there is this advanced Android safe browsing option is present, which helps you to prevent clicking from malicious links and other things. And also there are these game booster and related customizations that is present, which you can explore under the advanced setting options. As I said, the number of settings and number of features that you explore is unlimited on a Samsung device, and this is just touching the surface. I've not even gone to the good lock related features, which I will make a dedicated video and explain you guys in detail. There are certain S Pen related features that is present on this S24 Ultra, which actually helps make a lot of difference in your day-to-day usage of the device. There are digital well-being related settings. You can get alerts when you're using your phone for too long in a day. And there are these device care settings where you can set the auto restart options for your device to make sure that it is working fine perfectly. So all in all, these are the top basic things that I usually do on my device. Made it 24 as the basic, and there are few more bonus points which I have put which will help you to get started with using this device as your primary driver. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel for more amazing content like this one.